And as we go to the front shot, who do we see? Nothing like Paul Stanley!
You never thought you'd see me on television.
Put his name up. Put his name up so everybody knows what his name is. Paul Stanley. Nice to meet you. I know.
Nice to meet you too.
It's the first time in this studio, right? You've been here.
Yeah, I was over at the other one.
A claustrophobic place.
Yes, but it was very homey and very comfortable, and it's very good to get into the living rooms of everybody in Canada because this is the only way I can do it.
I hope you don't mind. Don't be offended by this. I just like breaking the ice. I told you before. Dennis, if you could just walk through this shot. If you could just like walk between us, please. Well, just because I feel more comfortable because it's that loose atmosphere, just so you know. There we go. I feel
that would never go in America. Would never happen. Never.
Yeah. So you got the solo thing going. Can I tell you how disappointed people are? I got mail when they heard about this thing. You're just doing Toronto, which is really, is that?
Well, you know, the idea was just to go hit a couple of cities, have a great time, and then. I don't know, things are much more special when you do them on a small scale.
Sure.
I didn't want to go in and play arenas, I didn't want to go in and play small concert halls, just go into a club and the most avid and rabid fans get a chance to come in.
And so like it disappointed though, because they can't get into a small place like that.
Well, that's why MuchMusic should be playing more KISS videos, but of course they won't, so here I am to talk to you anyway.
We only have one. Yeah, we only have one
KISS
video.
We've only put out one video in the last couple of years. I'm about to start singing about world hunger so I can get some validity.
When you guys are on stage, when the band's on stage, whereas with most bands there's one person who is front and center.
Right.
I mean, basically you guys are taking off the makeup and all, but is there one person more than another who hogs what would be camera?
I think it's safe to say we're all hams.
Yeah.
You know, and we're all camera pigs.
Yeah.
And we like to be in front. The idea of me going out and doing this little solo thing is I really get to be in the center, and nobody's there to knock me out of the way.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
So who's in the band, Paul Stanley?
Bob Kulick, who played with Lou Reed and played with Alice Cooper and Meatloaf. Dennis St. James, who played bass guitar with Michael Schenker and Heaven. Eric Singer's playing drums. He plays with Jakey Lee, and he played in Black Sabbath, and he played in Gary Moore's band. And Gary Corbett's playing keyboards, who played with Lou Gramm and plays with KISS sometimes. So it's a band that's capable of making a lot of noise and doing all kinds of structural damage to clubs.
This isn't going to exactly be an acoustic set, is it?
Well, I tried to do an acoustic song and the guitar turned to dust, so we went right back to the electric stuff.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a sensitive guy.
Are you Gene's in the movies? How come you're not in the movies?
I'm in movies, but they're like 16 millimeter and they're at home. They never make it into the theaters.
No, really. You thought of getting involved with the movie industry? It seems to be the way to go. Songwriting or...
Yeah, but you know, the problem is that most of the stuff that gets offered to you is junk. You know, when somebody comes to you and says you want to make a film and you say yes, and they say, I got a great role for you, you're going to play a ghost of a rock star from Mars, and you go, wow, that's a stretch.
That's the imagination. Yeah. What about KISS?
KISS is back in the studio beginning of June, and right now we just have a new video coming out for a song called You Make Me Rock Hard, which of course is about the state of politics in the world and world hunger. And we're going to play it on this.
Going to be raising funds for somebody? Who?
Yes. We're going to be raising funds for ourselves.
Yes.
At least we're honest, okay?
Yeah, sure, right. Straightforward. All right.
Threw you off a little, didn't I?
Yeah. Helping musicians.
Yes.
So many people forget where they come from.
New York.
No, I know. I don't mean geographic.
Come on, we were doing those one-liners before. Come on.
You put back in what you got out.
I think it's important. Yeah, I think that it's real hard to get out of the street and get your music onto a record, and it's important, I think, for rock bands and people who are in a position of power to listen to bands. I think that's real important. I think it's important because if you just leave it to the corporate people who are behind the desks, nothing ever happens. I want to get all the tapes I can. I want to hear bands.
So people wouldn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, I've got a production company, and also I'm always helping bands trying to get deals.
Right.
It's called Paul Stanley Entertainment Limited. The LTD gives it that validity that's so important nowadays.
And you're only liable for so much money when you mess up.
That's right. That's what the lawyers told me.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just a way for me to listen to other acts, see if there's people to produce. Next month, I'm in the studio doing production on part of Cher's album, doing a couple of tracks for that.
Neat.
So I think it's important, you know, I mean, if you live in Tahiti and all you're worried about is your suntan, that's not what rock and roll is all about.
Sure it is.
Maybe for you it is, but for me it's not. I have a moon tan.
Are you guys tired of the stories of debauchery and decadence, or do you kind of advocate their...
I think that people tend to hone in on what they find fascinating.
Yeah.
And people like to live vicariously through other people. So, you know, you can have Al Stewart on here yesterday talking about all the books he's read, and they seem to be the fodder which brings out the best in him for his music. And whatever my lifestyle is what I sing about. I don't advocate everybody living like me. I don't think most people know how I live. But whatever their fantasy is fine with me.
You probably have 16mm films to...
Yes, and I smile a lot.
Like this.
Yes. Yes, I'm a very happy guy.
Okay, again, I have to express my disappointment on behalf of a lot of people who are watching that you're only doing Toronto.
Yeah.
The KISS thing is going to be big and grand and...
Oh, yeah. This is just a way for me to let off steam. I'm doing like 17, 18 songs, a lot of them vintage KISS stuff.
Great.
And after that, and after Share, then I'll be in the studio with KISS.
Great.
And then we'll go out on tour probably by Christmas or something like that. I look forward to it, but I'm having a great time doing this. This is really back to the roots. I mean, I'm staying in the cheapy hotels, and boy.
With the vibrating...
You know, with the vibrating beds,
right.
and you put in the money
coins
for the television. In the middle of a show, suddenly the TV goes off, and you're looking for change in your pocket.
Yeah.
They always say you can't go home. You can, but you can't stay, and that's what I'm doing.
I see. It was really a pleasure meeting you.
That's
Very
great being
nice,
here.
man. And again, if you're not in Toronto, we've got to wait for the KISS tour. And why not play a KISS video? The one that we have.
Let's play the one.
The one that we have.
How old is it? 15 years old?
Geez, I don't know.
But it's safe. And rock and roll was meant to be safe.
You Layana. All right, it's the only KISS video we have here on MuchMusic, and it's not in stereo because they didn't have stereo
That's
back
right.
then.
You also have to crank, you know, the video machine to make it play, right?
Okay, nice meeting you.
Adore that.